But this is the serious welcome everybody. And everybody in the panel as well.
Hi.
We're just here to have a bit of a blather and a bit of a catch up and a bit of a talk about the amazing event that Paul, I'm not going to call it Paul's event because I know he's resistant to me calling it that, but it's an event that Paul made for us. So you did very well. You really did. Don't be embarrassed. You did it for all of us.
I agree.
It's going to be off now.
100% agree.
You never had like any issues as such. You know, there was nothing because you didn't keep, you know, too many cooks. Plus,
I mean, Sharon, the bottom line is we had Mammothon 1, we had Mammothon 2, and it was that same time of year, and even TikTok Manitrock assumed that it was basically Manitrock 3, Mammothon 3. So I mean, we have built over the last 5 years. Such a fantastic network, you know. I mean, you know, look, the dude is no longer with us, but he was Erikoze, the eternal champion. And what he does is he reincarnates himself. And what we didn't know is that he not only reincarnates himself, but he multiplies.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And all my team have just
exactly.
It's true. It's really true.
Because I know how proud he would be of my team. You know, he would be astounded, I think, considering the length of time it took for the Making a Murderer crew to get out there and do videos, you know, and it's like, really, it's only been, it's not even been 3 months, and these guys are just out there and they're doing stuff. It's amazing.
It's amazing.
The drive and, you know, the passion for everything, it's just amazing. Because we know how much Richard was flogging a dead horse sometimes trying to get people to get involved in things. He really was. He was always struggling. He was saying, "Could I do this?" And you know, it was always a shame.
I thought that something about the lava. The room is lava. I thought
was just going to say
a little bit of a stretch, and I'm thinking.
I would have definitely got involved in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can. It's not easy for everybody.
He did want to do it. He really did want to do it. Yeah. He really did. You know.
Yeah. He was full of passion, full love. And what Paul did, it was not possible to make another Mammothon 3 without him.
Yeah.
And it was completely impossible. So Paul then made us this beautiful gift, because for me it's a real gift. And thank you very much. And don't be embarrassed, because it's true. You made it so well. And congratulations, dude.
Well, thank you. I must admit, I was speaking to Millbilly earlier today, and we were talking about the fact that he was complaining about the fact that he had him and his guests, and he had an hour. And it was like, he could have chatted for a lot longer.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
And initially, my sort of take on that is, it's quality rather than quantity. So I thought that the hour-long segments of each individual channel, and I mean, all I did was just come up with a rough working plan that we went with, and that was it. I mean, look, when you I'm flying with eagles, I am not surrounded by turkeys. It's as simple as that. I've got brilliant people who, we are surrounded by brilliant people who know what this is all about. So it was very, very easy. I'm not going to sit here, and say that it was that there was anything complicated about it. It wasn't. It was so easy. Yes, it would have been great. It would have been great to get David Rudolph on board. Even today, I tried leading up to the event to get Marty Tancliffe.
Mm-hmm.
he messaged me today to say, I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were messaging me. Can we sort out a later time to get in touch? So it just sort of all came together. That there was a few guys that I contacted and I have been contacting over the years that all of a sudden it was possible to get them all on board, and they did. Look, they were great. We can talk all about the guests that came on board. The hosts, absolutely fantastic. That's what Richard was all about.
Yep.
And then the fact that we've got great people, following the case. As I said before, it's like you feel that same controlled rage that Kathleen Zellner talks about when you get guilters trying to peddle their SH1T, and they what they try and do is they try and discourage people from talking about the case. And all I can say to the guilters is, if that was your intention, look at what you've achieved. You have achieved the exact opposite.
Exactly.
And that's what I'm really proud of, is the fact that, we've got all these people all across, all these different accents. I mean, I was chatting to a Ouija last night. And the night before it could be Jerome, and it could be Jerice, and it could be the Hard and Tracy Keogh, and then it's Stacey, and it's Millbilly, and then it's Dr. Silkman, and it's just like it's all over the world. So guilters, if your intention was, and I believe it was, to try and shut us up, guess what? Guess what?
It doesn't work.
You've achieved the exact opposite. So well done. Mission accomplished. Not. I'm going to shut up and let some of your guests talk, Sharon, because you've got a fantastic lineup.
I like what Sean.
This is Stephanie. Oh, sorry, Diane. I was just going to say, this is Stephanie. Stephanie, this is Paul, because you've not met. She's another amazing member of my team.
Hi, Paul.
Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Steph.
Diane, were you going to say something there, honey? Sorry.
I was just going to say, because Sean said in the chat, an Englishman, a Scotsman, and a Belgian walk into a podcast.
Not a podcast.
Yeah.
Not a podcast.
It's not a podcast.
Not a podcast. No, I've been going nuts in the group because everyone keeps calling it podcast. And it's like, I don't know why, it always just gets on my nerves, because it's like, I think it was Richard and I were the same, that we would always get kind of pissed off if somebody called a YouTube video a podcast, because we would always sort of say that podcasts are kind of cheating. It's like you need to get out there and let people actually see how you're expressing yourself. No offense to anybody that does a podcast or anything, but for us it just wasn't, because we'd thought about doing one for Scotland as a podcast, but the two is
different.
We're doing a podcast.
It's not the same.
It's not the same, I know. So I was going to ask Danielle, put him on the spot. I was going to ask, actually, I'm going to go around to everybody, but I'll just go to Danielle just now first. How did you find being on the event? Did you enjoy it, being part of it?
It was really good. It was really exciting and also very informative, because, like I said before, I don't know a lot of it. Like a lot of things, so it was just good to be involved and to be included in the people that were. I know it's strange how it went, but it was really good. It was really good. I enjoyed it.
Oh, that's good. That's good. And Kenny, how did you feel? You enjoyed it? Oh, sorry, Jerome, were you going to say something?
No, I was agree.
All right. I don't want to talk over you. Oh, I just want to say hi.
I was agree with my animals.
Everybody, Jane, this is Stephanie and Kenny and Danielle. And I think you met Cheryl before.
Sorry, I'm just covering myself. I'm freezing.
Isn't it cold?
It's so cold where I am.
I had to do that the other night. I was just about to go on a live. And I thought, I'm going to put the heating on because I'm freezing.
Oh.
Yeah,
I was just going to say, Kenny,
Yes.
How did you feel being part of the event? Did you enjoy it?
I really enjoyed it. I'm very thankful being invited, and I was thankful for being invited because it's such a good thing to be involved in.
Yep.
And I didn't get to see every video, but from what I've seen and from what I've heard, everyone done incredibly well. So big well done to everyone. Paul, I know you organised it, I think, so well done to you. And what I say about the, what we're doing right now with the Luke Mitchell campaign, I say we're going to get bigger, better and stronger, and I dare say that going forward, I'm sure the next event will be all those things as well.
Yep, definitely. And Cheryl, how did you feel being part of the event? Because you've not been in a marathon or anything before.
No, I've not. I've just been a watcher. Just been a part of the audience, which I've loved, but it was great to be included, absolutely. And spreading awareness for Stephen and Brendan always, but obviously Luke Mitchell as well. What Kenny said, this is just going to help spread the word even further. When you're looking in the group, like the countries, what you're saying with the countries, it's the same in our group on Facebook. Like the countries are Slovenia, Belgium, South Africa, obviously,
Spain and all that, all over. Yep,
it's all over it,
all
and
over.
we're getting the word spread, and that's what counts. So thank you for inviting me, and again, Paul, Jane, Diane, Jerome, everybody who was a presenter. You've all done amazing, so well done.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much.
It doesn't come naturally.
To do. It really was a pleasure to do.
It
doesn't seem like much. Sorry, Jerome.
No, but I think making a murderer had opened the eye of a lot of people, and now they are really interesting in true crime, and so now they care. So when we talk about the Luke Mitchell case, now, today, at the moment, it cares. It scares. And 2 years early, nobody was really speaking about the case because the documentary was not yet made for this, but now we have a lot of people really active everywhere on the social media, on YouTube, everywhere, and really with passion and
This is so Sandra batter me. She always batters me when I bring the book out. This is the encyclopedia of the case, because if there's anybody watching and they're not from Scotland, we don't have the FOIA to get the case papers, but through a sort of loophole, I suppose, Sandra was able to write the book because she's got all the papers and she's had access to everything because she was on Luke's team. So, but the book is like an encyclopedia. And I was just going to ask Stephanie, how did you feel being part of the event? Because that was your first time on YouTube, is it?
Yeah, well, first time on a YouTube live. Anyway. Yep. First time on YouTube for like 7 years or something.
Yeah.
No, it was really fun. I really enjoyed speaking to everybody and hearing from everybody, and I really enjoyed it. It was good.
Yeah. You did well for your first time, and the surprising thing was that at the very last minute, what did you put on?
What did I put on?
Your head.
On my head? Oh, a hat.
Yeah, your baseball cap, and she was sitting swigging Dr. Pepper and didn't know that that was Richard's favourite drink, and the hat just was beside her, and I thought, I'm putting that on. So she was sitting there drinking Dr. Pepper with a hat on. And it was like really weird because it was like you said, Paul, about like reincarnation. It was like, sort of persuasion in a way, So, Jane, you were on with Diane. I'll go to Diane as well, but I'm just going to go to you. You enjoyed the event, being part of the event?
Oh, I loved it, obviously, always. I think that's probably like the 4th time I've actually done a long live stream event. Because I've done the 2 marathons, I've been guests on both marathons, and then we did the online rally, and then obviously hosted on this. And I mean, it was brilliant. I mean, the caliber of guests that we had was just amazing. And it's just amazing when all the community comes together and we can do something to talk about. wrongful convictions, and not even just about, you know, Stephen and Brendan, because I'm all for any wrongful conviction.
Yep.
And obviously, you know, Luke's case was talked about, Daniel's case was talked about.
Yep.
So it just makes me happy when we can all get together and, you know, we can shed a light on these injustices.
Yeah, absolutely agree. Absolutely. There was only one we didn't mention during the event. Did somebody shout me there?
Sorry, no, I'll carry on. I was going to mention something. Come back to me later on, please do.
No, it's fine. Go. You can go now if you've got something you want to say.
It was just that you know, when we look at these wrongful conviction cases, how beneficial was it to have murder in a small town? You know, that makes all the difference. You know, when it comes to making a murderer, we've got a 20-hour epic already. But when it comes to murder in a small town, hopefully we'll get more of that to come. I must admit, Sandra Lane, who obviously Sandra Lane, yeah, but I'm that old that I used to work alongside her dad at the music shop in Melrose all those years ago, back in '83. But she told me I was in Newton Grange a couple of years back, and I met her, and she said, you know, that Channel 4 are going to do this documentary. They did it. What a difference it makes. You know, in Daniel Holtzclaw's case, we've got a great documentary, Daniel in the Den. All we need is these documentaries. I'm just looking forward to the $50 million bullet.
Yes,
to highlight the slaying of Michael Funk, which was absolutely obscene. You know, I can't believe in this day and age that, you know, you know, we've got footage of Derek Chauvin leaning on George Floyd's neck, and he's rightfully found guilty, but what on hell is happening with Craig Hoffer? You know, that does exactly the same to Michael Funk, dancing a jig, as the dude would say. You know. I suppose we have to be careful in you know, looking forward, because there will be a time when Stephen and Brendan are freed, and our focus of attention will go towards other cases that we can look at. And you know, there has to be a certain amount of caution. You know, we don't want to turn into this sort of rabble that just says, you know, wrongful conviction, wrongful. Exactly. You know, we want to keep it. We want to keep it as respectful as possible. Certainly in Luke Mitchell's case, you know, I get guiltists telling me, you know, well, you know, he led the search party to the crime scene, and you know, he's a weird fellow and all this, and I'm saying, yeah, that's all well and good, but the forensic evidence refutes totally what you're saying. There is no forensic. Even the forensic experts from the Forensic Institute are saying this conviction is wrong. Don't listen to me. Because you know, don't shoot me down because I'm telling you what these experts are saying, and these investigators and these journalists are telling you what went on in that case. Don't come at me. It's the, you know, if you think that you know better than the Forensic Institute and the, you know, these investigators that have got years of experience, and the journalists who actually experienced, one of them actually experienced the police phoning him up and saying, we're absolutely sure this guy's guilt, you know, we're absolutely sure of it. Never ever has that happened to that journalist before.
No.
Then, you know, you know, then go and you know, and proclaim that he's guilty. But you know, unless you can pass all those tests, I listen to you. But yeah, going forward, there has to be, obviously, you know, a certain amount of vetting, if you like, of cases, and we do have to be careful of the ones, the ones that you support. It's no good somebody coming up and saying, you know, oh, I believe my son or my grandson was innocent. and he's wrongfully convicted. No, there has to be certain checks and balances, I suppose, as Mark Hodden would say. But no, I just see this as the start of a not the start of a continuation of looking at these cases, and hopefully, because of our support for Stephen Brendan, the dude said, and it wasn't very long before he passed away, unfortunately. He said, when Stephen Brendan are freed, the people that are doing YouTube channels at the moment about the case, their channels are going to explode, and that's not in a bad way. It just means that people are going to realize that we haven't been havering for the last 5 years, like some people think we have.
Speak for yourself, Paul.
They're going to realize, that there's people out there that are following these cases and can see the idiocy of of whether it be the state or the government or the Crown prosecution or the crime victims. What's it? The Criminal Case Review Board. And my big bugbear, journalism. That really does bug me to the back teeth when you've got these stupid journalists who will perpetuate and parrot any kind of false narrative. Let's be clear about this. If it sells papers, if it's popular, if it's something that's gonna pamper to what they perceive as their wider audience and try and garner themselves more readers or listeners or whatever, it's just that's just obscene.
Why does 14-year-old boy wrongfully convicted of murder as a headline? Why does that not sell papers?
I know,
exactly.
That's as explosive as 14-year-old boy murder, or 18 years DNA clears them. Why is that? It's not as sensational as 2 years later he's convicted of murder, or 3. What I mean? It's like the murder. The apology or the wrongful conviction gets stuck on page 8 so nobody sees it. They don't want to
small print as well.
Admit their mistakes. So
and that's where the problem lies, though, because of the mistake that's made. Because the media.
I know what newspaper I would buy first if I seen those 2 headlines. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But they're trying to get the more money that they can get. And, they want to paint the picture that the police are giving them the information. They're not just pulling it out of thin air. They're being fed that information. And then when later down the line, when they've realised that it's wrong, they don't want to backtrack because they're in the pockets of the police.
Some journalists don't want to lose the tips Paul was talking about as well.
Yeah. That's a problem. There is no independent.
It's like if you sell a story, if you make up a story or sell a picture on a celebrity, you're never getting another interview with them again. I suppose it might be the same way about the cops. Do you know what I mean? Like if you don't put our story out, then you're not getting another story from us.
Exactly.
But it's kind of like in Wisconsin when you see them reporting on something that's happening in Stephen and Brendan's case. It's all regurgitated. It's all exactly the same. There's no the story's told in an independent way. It's exactly word for word practically. And it's like, well, that's not news to me.
It's not.
But do you not think that to a certain extent that I do have a sympathy for some journalists in the fact that maybe there's this hidden intimidation of them. It's like we're giving you this information. You're going to tell the right story, yeah. It could be so subtle. I mean that's one of the things that Stacey Seabrook often talks about. These subtle pressures this subtle innuendo that it's not an implicit you will do this, you will do that. It's a you know what's right in this, don't you? You know what you should do, and it's all that kind of stuff that perpetuates these wrongful
A bit like,
convictions.
can you find Stephen Avery's DNA on this?
Yeah,
that kind
exactly.
of thing.
Exactly,
Yeah.
Fassbender. Yeah. Try and put her in his garage or bedroom.
Yeah. I was just going to go to Diane because I don't want you to think I've left you out. When I was asking everybody else about the event, how did you find the event? Did you enjoy it as well?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Because we were talking about it yesterday, and then I was a guest on the last marathon, and I didn't get to see a lot of it because of work. So it's really good to be a part of it. I mean, I was a part of it as a guest anyway, but I mean, just to actually be hosting in it, I love it because these kind of communities are so important. I love social media because that's really taking back the reins from media in a way. If you get the story out there to more people, then you're like trumping them. And it's so if you want to get the truth out. But yeah, the event was brilliant. I thought it was great. I got to see much more of it because I wasn't working.
Yeah, that's a good thing you said that you were able to watch it, whereas marathon is usually like 48 hours and we're all dead by the end of it, and we go on like live at the end and we're all like, it was dead good, we're all moderators in each other's channels, and we're all like just then it's like guests, and then it's like and it was actually last year at Marathon, the first time I'd taken part on it, that's when I had Sandra on for the first time, which was really good.
Yes.
Really nice to have her on then. And it was, I'd said to her, just come on and tell us, as if nobody knows about it, tell us what happened, And I didn't want to kind of interrupt her flow, so I said I felt like it was important to get the story out there, in a complete way rather than a Q&A type thing. I thought it's better for her to get as much, she practiced, I suppose, what she was going to say, so she could get the most out of that time slot, and
But Sharon, do you not think that this initial marathon was going to be 24 hours? It was the dude that said, it was the dude that said, let's make it 48 hours. And for me, it's it was great doing the 48 hours. It was great the second time. Not really. I thought that condensing it down to like a an hour slot.
12 hours.
You were able to keep sanity.
I think it flowed a bit more, and also the fact that we'd got 13 brilliant hosts. That made a big difference. I think it was more manageable like that. The other thing is that
the flu was different.
I mean, some of the hosts are like, we could have gone on a lot more. But why do that? I always remember my first gig I ever did was in a pub in Cheltenham called the Engineers Arms. I was 16 years old. I got driven there by my dad, set up, did the gig. I got picked up by my Uncle Chris. Now, my Uncle Chris was the keyboard player with the Fortunes back in the 60s. The Fortunes were one of the backing bands or support acts to the Beatles. My Uncle Chris actually went out with John Lennon on a birthday bash.
Wow.
He came back to pick me up. And I played for an extra 20 minutes. What a telling off I got from my Uncle Chris. He said, "Do never ever do that again. Do up until the time. If they want you back, they'll get you back. Do not go overtime. Leave them wanting more. Leave them wanting more." So as much as it would have been great, if everybody had 3 hours and we ran on for 48 hours or whatever, it was one of those things that as you know, Sandra, it's actually
as a musician, you're great. to manage.
You guys are telling me that I'm sort of in control, as I've told you all before. Every so often I get the message, Paul, could we have a chat in the morning? It's the hard. Yeah. Don't ever be.
You were doing all the organising. You were doing all the. He just came in at the 11th hour and tried to confuse everybody.
No. Mark's brilliant. Mark's brilliant. He's such a. I think because of his background, being a financial advisor, he is so analytical on these things. He's just a brilliant person to have on board. He's you would literally run through brick walls for that guy because he's just top notch.
Well, he's not very good at picking names for it, though, is he? You needed me for that. He might be all these things, but it'd been nothing without me. I just had to.
I must admit, Sharon, your keep talking till they're walking. That was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
I just love that title. It's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, I had to say it. I was like, at the time I was in that video, Paul. That was just, oh my god, that would just made it. I knew you were like stressing out, and I thought. I just saw that clip and I just thought, oh, that's too good. I'm not going to
Is this why you've sat them at opposite ends of the screen? Not next to one another?
I'm not sending kisses to you. I'm sending kisses to the guy next to you.
Oh, I was just thinking as well, Sharon.
Sure.
As Paul was just saying, we did the 12 hours, and it's also good for people who wanted to catch up as well, because trying to catch up on the 48-hour marathon is a lot. It's like a lot of hours to kind of catch on. It's easier to watch an hour.
But
obviously, like I say, the fault, it was great. We were knackered, but it was great. But as a viewing perspective, if you missed it, to go back and watch it, maybe not Ripper's 7 hours.
No, that's about it.
No, go.
But that was amazing. I think it was just a fantastic way to end it. It was
absolutely.
It was marvelous.
And Ali was there.
I know. Yeah.
I mean that was great, as you say. There was Ali, there was Sapper Cop, there was Millbilly, Jerry's, TikTok, Manitrock. It didn't get better than that. And the fact that Ripper, had that freedom because he was the last slot. He could go till he went, and he was swigging back the Jack Daniels, and it was absolutely brilliant. And I think that. Maybe looking forward, the middle of, I think it's around about the 15th of July is when the rally is in Manitowoc, and that's when we can have another live event, somewhat similar, and run it along the same hours as the rally, and start planning towards that, because it's just brilliant that the network, something I've been trying to save and I've struggled in the last 2 or 3 lives. When you're in a band, don't book other people to be in the band to make you look good. Get the best people you can get. Surround yourself by the best people that you can get. And that will make you seem. That will make you even better, and that's how I feel about the whole keep talking till they're walking. We've got such fantastic hosts, people like Tracy Struncey that went live by herself for an hour. People like Dr. Siltman. Dr. Siltman used to be in the chat years ago with the dude, and now he's got this foul play group, Millbilly, you look at the quality of the people out there. You've got Sandra Lane doing a live hour chat with yourself before doing her own thing. It was absolutely brilliant. Some of the Kate Judson from the CIFS. You've got Rhonda and Cherie talking about Daniel Holt's School. Unfortunately, I'm probably going to no, I'm not. No, I'm not. Having Pete and Barb in the same room, in the same chat, talking about Brendan. How brilliant was that? You know, all these questions about Brendan, you know?
Yeah.
That he'd actually come up with them himself and sent them, you know. It was just brilliant. It was just you know, and it's, you know, as I say, it's not a case of anybody organised it. I was following orders from him above, or him down under, you know.
Good. If it was Mark, is he not below? You know?
but yes, you're absolutely right, Jerome. It is very much in a way sort of perpetuating the whole ethos of Ericosi, which was, you know, this is what he wants us to do. This is, you know, if as sad though it is, and I must admit, I do cry occasionally.
Yeah. Oh, me too.
I don't, not very often, but I did, and I have done. And it brings tears to my eyes sometimes when I think about the fact that he's no longer there to chat to, as we all do. But you know, if he's left anything with us, then it's this wonderful sense of community, of, you know, we're all in this together. You know, we're all justice warriors, I suppose we would call that. You know. Anyway, I'm going to shut up and because I need to clear off because I'm doing a wee chat with Jay Jack, so I do apologise.
That's okay. I was just going to say one wee thing, that all the hosts and everybody did amazing. But see, for me personally, my favourite was my team being on. Because I was like so proud of them. You know? So it wasn't about me; it was about them, and I was just like the new generation, you know. And it was, for me, that was amazing, just seeing that, you know, because that's so what was so Richard's ethos, you know, get the people out there. So for that, for me, that was just, you know, better than Jerry Beaton, better than I'm sorry, all those people, but for me, my wee team was just outstanding. You know,
he would have been in his element. He would have loved it.
He would have loved
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I know.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and Paul, there's a protest on Monday for Luke Mitchell. I think there's going to be a little promo video for it or something like that. I'll maybe send it over to you if you want to let people know as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, do you need to go now, Paul? Is that you need to go now?
I'm afraid I'll need to crack on because I've got a chat with Jax. But yep.
Well, thank you so much for coming in, Paul.
Nice to meet
Thank you. Noble night to stay in. I'm waiting for my shrubbery.
Thank you for inviting me. And I'm not the Messiah. I'm just a very naughty boy.
I didn't vote for you.
We'll see you later.
Bye, Paul.
Bye, Paul.
Bye, my
Bye.
Bye, Paul.
Bye.
It's too
what do you
much.
like?
He's funny.
I'm glad that, you know, I'm glad that he was here, you know, for a lot. I said to him, just come in for as long as you can come in. So I was that glad that he was able to pop in, and, you know, we were able to get a wee chat with him, you know, or he was able to have a wee chat with us. Since he says I'm the chatty wee, I'll get my own back now when he's away. Oh dear. But yeah, I mean, I was going to ask, who would prefer to see it, Danielle or Kenny, about the Monday thing? Who's happier to see it?
And you go, Kenny.
Because I don't want to put any.
I'll tell you what. We'll both do it. So yeah, the protest demonstration, 12 o'clock, George Square, Glasgow. For anyone watching who's maybe not aware, but it's quite exciting because there's going to be people in town, and they might not have a clue it's going to be on. They might not have a clue about the background of the case. So it's going to bring awareness, but it's also going to bring information, because if anybody comes across and has a wee nosy, me and Danielle and everyone else, I'm sure, we're going to bring like wee leaflets. So we're going to hand out leaflets. We're going to approach people. We're going to make sure everyone who, is going to leave with information. And it's going to be exciting because from what I've seen on social media, there's going to be people travelling from other parts of Scotland, people travelling from down south. So I'm very, very excited. So I'll let Danielle touch on it as well.
But there will be lots of people that can't go to it for numerous reasons. So from Luke's TikTok and YouTube, Luke and Justice, there's going to be 2 live streams from 12 o'clock onwards via the 2 channels for the same thing. So there might be different ways to look at it. So I don't know if the TikTok will be talk to people or the YouTube will just be streaming the event itself. So it'll be quite interesting. Just there'll be different views on it, which will be good.
And the channel, I'll put your channel in the description. So if anybody is watching this, please go over and subscribe to Luke and Justice because they need a wee bit of help, don't they? Need a wee bit more subscribers so that people can see it because it's really good. That the protest for Luke is on Monday. It really is good because it's like we're used to having rallies and all that sort of thing for Stephen and Brendan. So it's really nice that there's going to be something for Luke, and it's the first one that I think there might have been previous ones, like private ones before the documentary, but it's the first one that we're kind of involved with, in a way of, and it's kind of exciting, because it's that nice thing of getting everybody together, and so it's. Is anybody else want to say anything about the protest or anything?
What YouTube channel was it you was just saying to subscribe? What?
Luke and Justice. Luke and Justice.
I'm just doing it now.
It's in the video description.
Yeah, I've got it.
Because it's that's what I was going to say as well, Danielle. You're doing amazing. You're doing going on with your sister on the Twitch. I should put that on. I should have put that in the video description. I'll add that after the thing.
Let's have a look what else.
But all the things are there. The TikToks there. Just like Paul was saying about the media and all that, getting the media on side and stuff like that. One of the things that I'm most proud of is my social media justice warriors. That's how I refer to them. Because Paul said justice warriors, but I call you guys the social media justice warriors because you are in every single platform out there talking.
That's amazing.
It is.
I think it's amazing you're on TikTok.
Yep.
I know I love
TikTok.
Yeah, I've just followed you on TikTok.
Yep. Everything. I mean, they're on every platform, and it's like, how can they hide from that? How can they say nobody's talking about this?
Yeah, good.
So it's like that's one of the things that they don't tend to do so much in The Making a Murderer. Everybody's got their own Twitter and their own TikTok, but there's not like a concentrated, group because we've got the group. But then we've got the groups, like the group's Twitter and the group's TikTok and do you know what I mean? So it's like a side of the group. But it's really good. But Danielle, you've been enjoying doing the videos now.
Oh, I love it. That's like I keep joking people like, oh, I found a new job, a new passion. Because I made videos for like when I went away with kids and stuff, and I'd get the pictures of adventures and places I've been to, and I'd make wee videos up. But it was only ever like now and again. But then obviously for this, you can make so many videos about everything, different things. So pictures, information, supporters, just everything. So and it's just I've always got an idea. It's quite good because I'm never sitting going, oh, what can I make? What can I do? It's like there's always something you can just literally just do. So it's really good.
Because you do the posters and all that as well. It's like Danielle does prints the posters as well. That's another thing that they don't really tend to do. I'm not slating the Making a Murderer people, but I'm just saying
it's that the rallies, the posters and
proactiveness of their team's amazing. They're printing out all the information about Luke and putting them up everywhere, and it's like they're putting posters up, so it's like and going into mad phone boxes and
It happened at the rally when we went to London. They had some things printed off and that.
Yep.
Yeah,
they're doing it every week. They're going out every week
and
putting
twice
a week everywhere, all over, and giving them out to other people as well. They're giving them out to other people that ask, come and get posters and whatnot off you, don't they, Danielle? You're a poster girl.
And a poster, we were out the other day and they went into I used to go into a shop, I still do sometimes, but it's a bit expensive. It's like a gothic shop, right? And I know the person that works in there.
Yep.
So I went in to talk to them, and obviously had my thing on, and it's like, what's that? And then we started talking, and then she works in the store. She is my friend, but she also works in the store, and she took a leaflet, and then she's like, oh wait, read about this, even though she knew. And that's a shop. I mean, so they also see lots of people every day. This one person gets deals, ends up supporting looking and stuff, then they've got so many people they see every day, and so I don't know, it's always my bag. I'm ready to get somebody. I'm like, here, take a poster.
It's just amazing. I just love it. That's why I'm so proud of them, because they're just, it's not me. I'm not needing to say go and do that. Do you know what I mean? It's like they're just going, we're doing this, we're doing that, and I'm just like, brilliant. That's great. Keep doing it. It's like it's the gift that keeps giving.
I'm loving the t-shirts. I'm loving the t-shirts. I want one.
You can get one.
Kenny's and Danny's, amazing.
Yeah. What colour would you go for?
Is that what they come in, black and white?
No, so should I name the place, Sharon?
Aye, you can.
So we'll give it a plug. It's a place called T-shirt Nation, I think it was, Danielle, in Glasgow City Centre. So these are the colours we picked, but you could. There's so many different designs, so many different colours you can get. So we went in the other day, and we ordered these for obviously Monday coming.
Yeah.
So I thought I would go black, white, and Danielle it, but literally you can get any colour.
Anything.
And have you been wearing those?
Sorry?
I said, can you get grey?
Yes, you can.
Aye.
I love grey.
Yes. Anything.
And have you guys been wearing them out and about, and people have stopped you to ask you what it is?
We actually just got them today, but I think we're going to. I think we're going to keep them all weekend. We're not going to take them off. We're just going to keep them all weekend until Monday.
You will find people stop and ask you.
Yeah.
Because they do.
That's true.
They have done with my control question t-shirt.
Yeah.
People stop and ask. And it's just another great way of showing you support. It's, it's just, it's great.
Yep.
And I can't reiterate what sorry, Sharon, but I just wanted to say that, obviously I know Cheryl from the Making a Murderer, from our Making a Murderer community, but it's lovely to meet you guys, because I've heard so much about you all. Sharon is so proud of you. Your passion and dedication, to Luke's cause is amazing. And, I'm proud of Sharon because, you're doing so well. And it's just great for Luke and for Jodi. Because obviously it's not as nearly well known as the Making a Murderer, because like Paul said, we've got a 20 episode documentary. And so I'm just so pleased that it's now getting out there, and you guys are just doing so well.
Yeah, doing what you're doing, like the protests, wearing the t-shirts, getting the posters out there. That's what'll make it as well known. That's what you need to do.
And it's sorry, Di.
No, I was just going to say, especially in this day and age when there is more focus on what's wrong in the systems. So fair play. And Sharon, even though you're being modest and saying, "No, it's not me," without you, these guys wouldn't be, going out there doing what they're doing. I mean, not saying they wouldn't do it, but I mean, Well,
I do encourage them.
Yeah.
Well, a great teacher.
Yeah, exactly. So you should be proud of yourself for sure. And
definitely.
It's awesome what you're doing.
It is. It's amazing. And is this the first time you guys is this kind of the first wrongful conviction case that you've been involved in?
Yes, definitely for me. I don't know about Steph or Danny, but it's definitely been the first one I've been involved in.
Yeah, same here,
yeah.
But it's great because it's just seems to be one big community, whether it's Luke Mitchell or Making Them Up. It just seems to be just one big community. We all want to see the same thing.
The first one opens your eyes, though, Kenny. Like the first one that, like, we Luke Mitchell. I'm the same age as him, and when I seen it when I was watching the news at 14, I thought he was guilty. Just from watching, I was only 14. It was only just kind of beginning to watch the news. Do you know what I mean? And then never thought about it again. Never seen anything else. Never seen any of the appeals, anything like that. It wasn't until Joe Steele was on with James English, and it's only, and I would, if I hadn't have been watching Eric Cose's videos and Paul's and Sharon's and everybody in the community's videos, and wasn't a wee bit of a conspiracy theorist as well, 9/11, things like that, then I would have probably still believed the mainstream media and just, you know what I mean? It was only because I know what I know now, and then I heard Joe Steele say that, and I was like, "Oh, I'm getting on this. I'm finding out everything I can about this." Got the book, read everything I could, and I was like, "No, how did I even fall for that at 14? Never mind,
because you were 14,
believing it now."
Yeah. You're 14, and you were fed stuff that the media feeds.
That's what the media wants you to believe. They want you to think they're guilty, and that's.
And most people will just believe what comes out as well. I
wasn't even really watching the news. I wasn't sitting watching the 6 o'clock news. Just that it was on in the background in my house, and I just remember the odd bulletin of it. Do you know what I mean? And and just thought, oh, we weirdos killed his girlfriend. Do you know what I mean? But it's absolutely not. It's just the narrative that gets put across.
I think that's what somebody said. If you tell a lie often enough and loud enough, it just becomes accepted as the truth. And that's exactly what's happened. I mean, the journalists didn't research, they just repeated basically what the police told them.
Well, that's what happened to that guy. I can't remember what his name is now. It's just gone out of my head. That was happened in the UK. He was a teacher, and they were portraying him to be like the creepy pervert. The one who killed the neighbour.
It was the landlord.
And he had the white hair, and he was a bit kind of dishevelled looking.
And
it turns out it was the other guy, and he had it in the house.
And he was just minding his own business. He was just a bit eccentric.
Was it Joanna Yates? Her name?
Is it?
I can't remember. I can't remember the names. I just remember what they did to him.
Yeah.
And he was just some poor guy who was a bit quirky.
Same way. What's his name? Cheryl thingy. The guy Sandra talks about.
Colin Stack.
Aye. Who said that?
Me.
Stephanie.
Oh, thank you for reading my mind. Yes, him. I'm like Cheryl, and it's like Stephanie helped me. Thank you. But yeah, just like him as well, Colin Stagg. They said he was
Luke as well. Luke he wasn't even a goth. He was a skater boy, but he was a little bit different. So they just
it's just the narrative the media put across of him. Do you know what I mean?
Totally. I mean, you take one look at it,
names. Yep. But they tried to make out all this evil stuff and all that on his daughters, but it was like he was quoting lyrics from games that he played. And it's like they tried to make out as if it was the mad ramblings of some depraved 14-year-old.
Depraved 14-year-old.
Max Payne game.
Yeah, it's true though. Absolute nonsense.
Yep.
Well, they love to do that. Look, I mean, they did it with the West Memphis Free. They did it to Amanda Knox. Look what they made her out to be.
Foxy Noxy.
Yeah, and like the West Memphis Free, they made out that they were like satanic.
Yep.
And Amanda Knox, that journalist, revelled in doing that. Even in the documentary, he was laughing about doing that to her. You know what I mean? If it wasn't me, if it wasn't going to be me, it would be another journalist. Well, be the one that doesn't do it.
The one that, yeah.
Be the one that writes the right story, that finds out the information.
What's the one who goes against the grain?
Yeah.
Reminded me of how excited Eric was when he got to interview her, and he had like, you know, and he had us he'd let us watch it before, and he was so excited.
Yeah, that was nice.
It was amazing.
That was a really special moment for me, actually, because I'd only just started talking to Richard like around that time. So when he invited me to watch it, I was like, "You want me to come and watch you?"
No, it's because I said Jane and Diane. You can trust Jane and Diane. That's what I said to him.
Yeah,
because I've said that to him before.
It was
you can
really
trust
nice.
you guys, and he was like, that's why he was like, you were his lassies, you know.
Yeah.
He's me too, because he kept us like his wee crew, you know, because like you know, obviously there's all different people in the community and whatnot, you know, but it really was. It was nice. I think it was twice or something. I saw that one before, and his second, Steve. What? Why is my brain not working tonight? The FBI guy. Eh?
Yeah, the FBI guy.
Yeah.
I know who you mean. It's gone out and say
I'm like, I know you mean. FBI guy.
This doesn't come naturally because I forget words, I forget sentences. Steve. Oh, I can be talking about something and
Stephen Moore.
Well,
that's it. Steve Moore.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
At least I got the first name right. I thought it was something small at the end, but I couldn't remember what it was. But that second interview that he did with him, I saw that about 5 times. Because he let me watch it, and then he said to me, "Oh, do you want to watch it with that person?" And I was like, aye, okay. And then again, he's like that. Do you want to come on with me? We'll watch it with. I think he liked having me with him for some reason, because he kept on asking me, you know, and it was like, no,
he was so passionate and excited. He just got such a kick out of when he, you know.
Well, he'd be out and about, wouldn't he? You'd you know, you'd see his videos pop up, and he'd be there in his car just doing a little wait live.
I know, and it's like he would go down and to where Nicole Brown Simpson was murdered and stuff like that, and do wee photographs for me, wee videos and that from down there when he would go down, because he would be doing work in that sort of area sometimes, and it was always kind of like a bit good but a bit weird as well, because it was like, oh, I do want to see this, but that's a bit creepy seeing this, you know. So, but yeah, no, it was great. Plus, he would take me a drive and show me the beach. You know, he would just do a wee video for me, some wee private one, and he would just show me and say, "Oh, this is where such and such stays," and you know, it was good getting to see. And I did the same in Glasgow. I would drive, you know, we would drive around. I would do
no difference, Sharon.
No.
The beach in California or Glasgow.
His roads were a nightmare, and I'd said to him, "Look at this. This is it at its busiest," and he was shocked.
Yeah, I bet.
You know, because it used to take him like 2 hours to get home sometimes, and it was like, you know, if there was no traffic, it would maybe be like 30 minutes. So it was like really slow and just like that, you know. So
that was the one thing with coronavirus he would always say.
Oh,
the roads were clear, he would just scoot right to work. These videos.
And he had his wee nickname for himself. He was COVID Cozy when he was saying his COVID videos. Oh, I know. But yeah, I mean, it's funny because I always say the new guys have not ever met him, but I think that I don't know, can you still feel him, Danielle? You know, in the group, can you feel Richard? Well, can I hear you? Can I hear you? She's muted. Can I hear you?
We knew what you said there.
All right, I was saying, what did I say? I was saying, I just, every time, especially see when something exciting happens, something positive, and then obviously that is when like Richard comes into my head when I think about how he reacted to things when he was doing his videos. It wasn't just, well, this is it. Like he was just, there was always that excitement.
Passion.
But even if it wasn't a good thing, it would always bring passion to it. The videos I've seen, even if it wasn't a really good video, but something positive, maybe it was something that wasn't nice, or something, you would still feel it from him. How the reason he's doing the video, let's say, you can feel it from him, and that's what I see when I see things happening. Even when I see videos like you guys making videos, talking to certain people, important people. When Sandra's doing an announcement and everybody's like, oh, like I feel that. I just feel like Richard's there, kind of thing. That's, I don't know. For me, that's where I feel it most. But all the time, in general, it's just the passion and the excitement and the drive.
Yeah.
And I can see just his face, his computer, just talking, kind of thing. So it's good. Not a good thing.
I know. It is really good because the whole group, you know, they all know the way we're running the group is we want to be classy. That's one of Richard's phrases, you know. It's like we're not that I'm saying we're classier than we're better than any other group, but it's like we're running it in a way that's, you know, I don't want to say ethical. I'm trying to think of the right phrase to use, but it's, you know, we're doing it in a way that we're not trying to cause trouble, you know, for people.
Although sometimes you might really want to.
Yes, I know.
I'm only
That's the thing. Richard pops into my head and I just go, you know, it's like what he always says, you know, united we stand and divided we fall. That was one of his phrases, you know, in videos. And it's like, that's what, you know, there's obviously, there's a lot of different groups. And much like in the Making a Murderer community, you have issues with other groups, just it naturally happens. It's just the way things progress. But I think for the sake of protests and rallies, there's generally a sense where everybody kind of truces for the day. You know, it's like you just shut up and you don't start any of your crap for that day, and you just, you know, you're there to protest. You're not there to be in competition with each other, you know. So I just hope that that's how the protest ends up on Monday, really.
And it shouldn't be like that. I mean, I know it's part of the course, you know, everyone's got different personalities, but like from, you know, like just myself and, you know, how Richard was, it's just a case of we're not here for the drama. I don't care about it, don't want to be involved in it. You know, I'm here to support Stephen and Brendan and, you know, Luke and Jodi, whoever you're fighting for, and that is the main thing. It's I can't be arsed with petty bullshit.
There's
no need for it. There's no time for it, and the people who start it obviously just have got nothing better to do, and they're not there for the right reasons. As far as I'm concerned, it's always going to happen. There's so many different personalities, you know, and people have different agendas. But
people need to figure a way to put their personalities and egos to one side when it comes to this. We're all fighting for the same outcome, you know. It's like
big thing.
I suppose you could kind of use the analogy of like supporter football teams coming together to support the national team. You know what I mean? Everybody puts their football team to one side to support the national team at the World Cup kind of thing. Suppose it's that kind of a thing.
It's true, but you might perceive yourself to be in different teams, but ultimately everyone's got one goal.
One goal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
It's just
one goal.
It's like we're going to break into song in a minute, aren't we?
I know, it's like, I thought it was like Bob Marley. It was like, one.
Jerome's going to sing. Jerome, sing a song.
It wouldn't be a video if I wasn't jumping into a song somewhere. You know, it's like I think nearly in every video there's, when it's not a serious one, there's quite a good chance that I'll start singing something. It's quite often happens, and it's so what, you know, so what. But yeah, I do hope it's a unity in the community, even for that one day. You know.
Is that
unity in the community?
Unity.
Yeah. Kenny started it.
I love
that. Unity in the community.
Yeah, you put that in the back so nobody's stabbing you in the back. No backstabbers, unity in the community.
I like that.
Oh, I knew you would, Diane, because you've got the same sense of humour as me.
Yeah, this is true.
But Jerome, did you want to say anything? Because you've been quiet tonight. No, saying
Yeah,
anything
because
very much.
no, I was listening, and I love listening and learning and
Yep.
meeting people and talking and debate. So
Yeah.
I will start. Okay, by the event first. For me, the event. Paul is a musician, so for me it was really flew, and it was an event, yeah, a musical event for justice and truth.
Yeah.
Really flew, really flew,
Yeah.
and see all these people reunited for the same cause.
Yeah.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant, and everybody's brilliant. I mean, I don't talk about the host. They are, you are all, but I mean everybody. It was absolutely amazing, like always, and I was really proud to be part of this event and receive Mrs. Sandy Greenman and Mr. Pete Dassey.
Yeah.
The it was really great, and from my part, but for the other slot, all the slots I've seen, I have tried to stay wake up all the night, and it was difficult, but
Yeah.
I've tried to. And after I've watched Reaper's video, and I was oh my god, but I was training with the marathon early, so
you were ready.
Yeah, and so yeah, it was amazing, really amazing. And about you, I mean, Sharon, I'm really, like Jane said, I'm really proud of you too, because you are a strong woman. You are a real warrior for justice, and not just for justice. You are always there for your friend. You oh oh fuck.
Oh,
that's so.
You you was there when I was not well, and
yeah,
you was there every day, and that's what friends do, and even today it's great because you continue what Richard has started, and everybody say he will be proud of you. No, he is. I can feel his energy. I can feel him in me. I can feel him everywhere in the universe, and he is not just proud. He is wow. But that's just my feeling, and so that's why I'm really proud of you and of all of you, Kenny, Cheryl, Diane, Jen, Stephanie, my wee Danny Manson. I'm so proud of you all, and I mean, I miss a lot of people because there is a lot of people in the chat, and all of us. I'm so proud of Paul. I'm so proud of, I mean, everyone, but it's incredible because you have take the like I say, the relay, like the relay of the with the good energy and the good feeling and the good vibes, like Richard was. And for that, I just can be grateful to be your friend.
That's lovely.
Beautiful.
Such a sweetie, Jerome.
Yes, you get me all going, Jerome. Don't say that to me on YouTube.
Oh, but I don't. You know me. I don't care if we are on YouTube or not. I don't care.
I know.
I know. I don't play. I don't act.
No, I know.
I'm myself, and when
Yeah.
I take with my heart, I take with my heart. I don't play.
Yeah.
That's why we love you.
Yeah.
It is, Jerome. That is why we love you. It is.
Yep.
You know, and Jerome was there for me every day as well. He was. We were on the phone every day. I actually melted my phone. My screen came away from my phone because we were on the phone so much.
Oh, 4-5
We were
hours
all,
per
I
day.
mean,
Yeah.
Diane and Jane as well. It was like we
Yeah.
were all just like glued to each other. We were all.
But
Yeah.
yeah, after what happened to Richard, it was, and even today, I don't have recovered. It's true. I'm always broke by that, and I
Yeah.
mean, it changed my life.
Yeah.
I was not supposed to make a YouTube channel to talk about wrongful conviction or true
Maybe
crime.
JFK or the
Oh,
Zodiac, wasn't
yeah,
it?
yeah, because I was I can
Yeah.
answer by this question. It was your first? No, it was not my was not my first case, because I have before, but just for me, I was working on GFK case, and for a while after, when Kurt Cobain is dead, I was really not agree with the official theory of the suicide, and I'm still thinking he was murderer, but I can prove that, but I have suspicion. After, I have continued, but just for myself, you see, with the Zodiac killer case, because it was again a case. It was, you see, it's not really to try to catch the killer or try to figure out who was the Zodiac in this case. It's more for the victim, and for the victim family now, because I mean, there is a long time ago, but even if it was a long time ago, they deserve justice.
Yes.
And that's why I try to do my best in this kind of case, and I do that with passion, because I'm a musician too. And like I said, I was not thinking to making a YouTube channel, even for me, even for me. I enjoy to play guitar, and before the COVID, I was enjoying to play the guitar in a band, because it was it was really fun. But with the COVID-19, we are all in the lockdown. We cannot play together.
We're still
So,
recovering
but
as well.
and I still recover from the COVID,
Yeah.
because it was not so bad, but
Not so bad. You were in hospital.
Yeah.
Don't play
Yeah.
it down. You're as bad as me for playing things down. You were in. It was bad. It was bad.
Yeah, but I'm here today, and
I know, to tell the tale.
yeah, absolutely, and continue to fight for justice, and for more justice in this world, because we need that. We really need that, and there is so much of cases. Then, oh my God! But yeah, that's it for me.
Well, thank you, Jerome. Thank you for
No,
everything.
thank you
My wee
to
honey.
you. Thank you to you all. Really. You help me a lot every day, everyone, because you are yourself and you do what you do, and it's helped me.
Stay
Really.
true.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Stay true.
What was that? I kept thinking it said. Remember?
Stay
What
true.
was it? I thought it said. Remember, Jerome? Do you remember? Stay free. I thought
Stay
it said.
free. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Stay true.
Yeah. Stay
I suppose
yourself.
there's other things I could have said that was worse, right enough. But Danielle, did you ever think you would have had a YouTube channel and doing videos and all that?
Nope.
Really?
No. Like, I know I come across as confident because I'm, to an extent, because once I get past my wee, I'm like, I talk like mad. I'll talk for hours. I talk for Scotland, my mum says. She's like, you've talked for Scotland, yeah. But I would always, no chance I would think I would do talking on YouTube. to people I don't know about something as serious as this. Like, it's still as if you're just talking about something that's happening in the street or, you know, local news. It's like, I mean, I've never thought I would be doing it. But again, it's good that it's open doors because in a way you could think that maybe it was meant to happen, but everything that I'm doing, because I'm kind of good at it in a way, but not in a good way. I just mean it's for a reason. It's not getting wasted. I'm not wasting my time. So that's what it's just feel like I'm not wasting my time. That's really good feeling that.
That is a good thing.
You don't waste your time at all.
No.
I was going to ask Stephanie, would you have any advice for anybody that was nervous about coming on after you've been on and this is your second time? You would say to somebody that thought, oh, I can't do this.
Oh, just jump in. Just don't even think about it. Just jump in. Be fine. That's what I did. I was trying to sort my hair out and everything, and then there was that hat there, and I thought, alright. Yeah, I was trying to make my hair look alright, and because the camera's the other way around, I gave up in the end, and it was the best thing I could have done.
Yeah. Oh, I know exactly. It turned out it's like sorry for that wee shush, because there was it's like they were coming in and I was like, don't you be noisy. Shush, I'm live. As if it's like kids or something. There's 2 grown men, which is worse than kids.
Somebody just started drilling in my wall.
Oh, wait, I just mute myself and tell them to shut the door.
Yeah, don't worry about it, Stephanie. On one YouTube video, I was doing my makeup on the belly video because I looked all orange and I had the makeup out and I had the brushes out and I was.
Why not? Why not?
Yeah, but you'll always catch me. I just call myself Ditzy because I can't keep still. I am getting better, but I can't keep still. And you'll always catch me eating or drinking or doing
pot noodle.
Yeah. Oh, I was sat there having a pot noodle and I'd clicked to get into the live stream. And I wasn't expecting them to click me in. There I am eating this pot noodle. I'm like
oh. That's so Jane, though. It's so Jane. Because you came off and you were like, can't you believe I was caught eating a pot noodle on YouTube?
That's just, I'm just, what you see is what you get.
Yeah.
You either like me or
we love that. And we love that.
We do. Very much so. And you're quite partial to a pot noodle, aren't you, Kenny?
A woman after my own heart.
Yes, he's quite partial to a pot noodle.
I like a pot noodle.
Yes,
that's not an advert for pot noodles.
Other microwavable noodles are available.
So, Cheryl, have you got anything you would say to anybody that was frightened to come on? Because you've been on like about 4 times now or something.
And I'm still nervous as anything.
It doesn't change though. I don't think that changes. I think even if you've been on like 100 times, it doesn't change.
I might not be like Jane eating on screen, but I can't sit still either. I've got ants in my pants. My head just goes like this.
I put my head to the ground. I do that. I sit with my head to the side.
Stretching and all that.
No, I'm back in a cringe. I'm like, why can't you just keep effing still? Put on your hands or something, or I just can't keep still, or I'm swinging on my chair or messing with my hair.
I was thinking I might need to get a chair. I thought it was the couch because I'm like not very comfortable on my couch, but again, just jump in. If you've got something you're passionate about and you need to speak. I told my sister that I was going to go on YouTube the first time to speak about Luke Mitchell, and her answer to me was, do it. At least that way you're talking to people who want to hear about it instead of talking to me and mum about it all the time. So that was kind of what made me go for it, to be honest.
Oh.
I was like, you're right. She's right. Like, so I'm glad I've done it. I'm glad that the voices are getting out there. Because like, and see, like with what I was going to say earlier with the like Kenny and Danielle going out and putting the posters and all that up. Although we've got murder in a small town, it's not making a murderer. Do you know what I mean? It's a 2-part Channel 5 documentary. Like, it's not going to reach anywhere near the number of people, and we can put it on YouTube now, which is great. You can get it out to more people, but even just more people seeing the posters and stuff when they're out and about in the town, it's going to...
The stickers and all that as well.
Yeah.
And even if we keep sharing it, just let's keep sharing.
Yeah, keep sharing it. Petition as well, you know, there's a petition for Luke as well to try and get an independent inquiry, which was going great. It was sitting at like 21,000 signatures, but it's just kind of stagnated a wee bit in the last few weeks, I think.
Yeah.
Well, let's get it trending on
One
Twitter.
exactly.
I'll get you guys the link. I'll put it in there.
Get us the link. Let's get it on Twitter. Let's get it on all the platforms.
I was going to ask Diane to help the guys understand Twitter Storm. You know, do, because they're
just
like...
don't do it on the side now that someone files a really important brief. Because
Danielle will probably be interested to hear this about what a Twitter Storm is. Oh, she's got a mic. I'm just writing the petition down so I remember. If I could write petition. Hey, what a Twitter Storm is.
Oh yeah, well basically it's just where you get a hashtag like the Unity for the Community, is that what it is? Or, you know, JFLM. And you would then just like, you know, like your videos and tweets and everything that you're putting out there anyway, you would all do it at the same time.
And get it trending.
And get it trending, yeah. Well, we actually did it a couple of years ago for Making a Murderer. We got it trending in the UK, our hashtag Wake Up Wisconsin. And that was pretty, I mean, I was buzzing about that.
Yeah.
And it's possible to do. So if you just get everyone doing it all at the same time.
Like ask everybody in the group to go on their Twitter, you know, and just say...
put it on all of the platforms as well. Put it on every single social media platform that you're on. And if you get everyone to come to Twitter from those platforms, you know, you'll get it going. Especially if you've got people from all over the world as well. You can get it trending everywhere.
And our Making a Murderer community, a lot of the people in the Making a Murderer community know about, you know, the Luke Mitchell case. And we will always support whatever you're doing, always. So whatever you've got going on, you can always count on us for, you know, to help support you, because just let us know what you're doing, and you know, and we would, and I know I speak for me and Di, but you know, we would welcome you on our channel anytime.
Absolutely.
We'll have a chat.
What was that?
Sorry.
I said that to Sharon, Danielle, when we first made the Twitter page. I said I would love to have justice for Luke Mitchell trending.
Yeah.
And now that we're talking about it, maybe that's something we can talk about later on. Maybe, you know, we've got a protest Monday afternoon.
No, you can use it on your protest day.
Yeah.
Use it on that protest. That's the perfect time
Monday night
to do
we can
it.
try and get that trending.
Yeah, definitely that is the time. And like Danielle said, like not everybody's going to be able to physically make it, so they're going to be present on social media. So that is the perfect time to get people to do, you know, hashtag justice for Luke. So
maybe put something out tomorrow in the group asking them to do that.
And get it out at the same time that the protest is going to be starting as well, because that's what you want. Because media will be like, oh, what is this? And then they can go and say that there's a protest going on. You can definitely do it. There's plenty of people in your groups to get that going.
Let's do it.
Bring it on.
But that's why I wanted to get the communities together, because it's like I was saying before we went live, I was saying it's not the Making a Murderer community, which I actually hate calling it that, because that's a TV programme. We don't call ourselves the Murder in a Small Town community. We call ourselves Luke Mitchell, like, you know, that kind of thing. So, but I mean, it's we're all fighting for injustice. You know, it doesn't matter whether you're part of that community or that community. It's we're all fighting for the same thing. You're the one community. you know, which is why it was so important for me to get you guys on with Jane and Diane and Paul, you know, and I mean, Cheryl's met everybody before, you know, so, but it was like, you know, it's, Jane knows that I've been saying to her for like weeks, you know, well, it's months now, isn't it? Leo, we've been saying about how the group's going, and, you know, I've been saying to Diane as well, actually, just, you know, it's really good. Everybody's just fantastic. I mean, it's the team's amazing. The members are all amazing. And Sandra's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So you've got somebody as well. Like
Fucking
the thing is, you've got Sandra. You can use her to your benefit as well. The fact that she's popular, like you can get her to put things out there if she can.
Yep.
You know, using those hashtags saying about the protest.
Because that's the thing, we can ask her to put it out on our Facebook or something like that, so that people are watching it and say we're going to. Yeah, I would probably do something like that. We'd probably say, going to put that up, Sandra.
Yeah.
Like she's just.
I have forgot to tell you something. There is people, and I'm really excited about that, because, you know, my channel was supposed to start in French because it's my first language. So the French Wrecking Crew in French, it makes sense. But like at the beginning, it was more between us. I was speaking all the time English, but some people had contact me to ask me to do video in French, but not just for MAM, no, for Luke Mitchell too, for other case too. So as soon as I can, because I will make a news video on my channel in French, because people asked me to do, and I will talk about the case. And so I know at the beginning it will maybe 5 or 6 person, but it's good for me. It's good. If it's touch 5 or 6 person, it's okay for me. I'm not looking for, you see. So I will try to do my best, and as soon as possible try to do a video in French on my channel about all different cases and the Luke Mitchell case. Thank
You'll be like, Jerome and I were actually talking about that, like, say even just 5 clear points from the case, you know, 5 clear inaccuracies. I could say what they are, and Jerome could say them in French, and it would make it just condensed, you know, so it wasn't a lot of translating and stuff like that, you know.
No, and I could translate.
But there are ways to do it and make it short enough that people wouldn't lose interest. But the people that are English speakers or Scottish speakers would be able to understand the 5 points as well, the same way that the people, you know, speaking French would.
Maybe that's something you could get to do, you know, for all the people who live in lots of different countries. Get them to do videos in their own languages too, to spread it out.
Yep, that would be really good. That's a good one. It's like, to just like that, didn't
I'm so tired. See, with the school's been back and stuff. I'm up so early with Scott, so I need to get to my bed.
You need to go?
I'm knackered. I've just.
Yeah, go. If you need to go.
I won't get early mornings now. The schools are back.
Yep.
It's fine. No, it's fine. You know, that's why we are not computer. We are not a machine.
No, we are human.
We are human. So you are not like the Terminator. I'm a machine. No.
I'm just on Fanta the night. That doesn't keep me up very long. But thank you for having me, Sharon.
You're welcome, honey.
Nice to see you again, Cheryl.
It's been great speaking to you.
Yeah, it's been
fantastic. Everybody in the chat, thank you for being here.
Nice seeing you, Cheryl.
Bye, Cheryl.
I'll hopefully see you guys on Monday. I'm still trying to sort a babysitter because it's a bank holiday, but if I can be there, I will. But I'll speak to you in the chat, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Thanks, everybody. Please, everyone have a great weekend. Bye. Bye.
I'm going to jump out as well, guys. I'm not going to go. I'm just going to say now.
Nice to meet you.
Bye, darling.
Bye. I'll try and do it. I can never do it, but
it was great Diane and Jane. It was lovely meeting you. I'm so happy I finally got to talk to you. It was amazing.
Yeah, same here.
And you are amazing. Both of you are incredible. So it was brilliant.
They are.
Thank you,
I look
everybody.
forward to talking to you again.
See you soon.
Yeah.
Bye. Love you all.
Bye, Whitney.
Bye bye. Bye
I'm only happy when it rains. I'm
I'm going to go as
happy.
well. But I just want to say thanks to Sharon for having me on, and it's been an absolute pleasure meeting you ladies as well. It's been great. So thank you very much. And hopefully this won't be the last time. We'll definitely need to do it again.
Yeah.
Onwards
Definitely.
and upwards.
Definitely.
And, yeah, we shall speak to everybody soon.
Yeah.
Lovely to
You
meet you,
take care,
Penny.
Penny.
Good luck with the protest on Monday.
Yeah, good luck.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely keep you posted. We'll definitely
Let us know.
Yeah.
Perfect. Look forward to it.
We've got you back.
Yes,
Yeah.
Have a good
definitely.
night, guys.
Totally.
Take care. Bye.
See ya.
Bye, Kenny.
Oh, and then there was 5.
Well, I've got no. We
People
just,
555 on a 666. Do you know the song?
that was nice though. That was a good video. You know, because that's what I wanted everybody just to get. You know, you meeting them, they meeting you, and maybe now.
You always talk about them, so I'm really pleased you got to meet them now.
yeah, me too.
Oh, it's good though. It is good. I'm dead proud of them. They always know that anyway. I'm dead proud of everybody, Stephanie included. She's amazing. She's a brilliant part of my admin team, and well, it's not my team. She's part of the team. I keep saying that it's not my team.
The Winnie team of dream.
Yeah, but she's
The
like
Winnie
a great
Sunshine
member
team.
of our team, aren't you, Stephanie? You know how proud I am of you as well.
Oh.
You might not have a YouTube channel and all that, but you're doing amazing. You are.
I do have one. It just doesn't have anything
No,
on
I
it.
mean you
apart
don't
from,
use
like,
like
Yeah.
the videos and whatnot. That's what I mean.
there's
Do
like
it.
random videos on it from like 10 years ago. That's better.
Yeah.
That's all.
You're gonna start making your own videos and going on YouTube and saying your bit about Luke Mitchell and get us all on as a guest.
We all never thought we'd do it, Stephanie.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Just
that's for sure.
honestly, I mean, never in a million years.
Oh, no.
You the one who
Yeah.
got me, well, because Jane said to me once, she was like, "Oh, do you want to come on, Erico's? He's asking, do you want to come on as a guest?" And I was like, "No way, no." And then it wasn't until a little bit later when Linda got us to go on that me and Jane got together and did our channel. So
Yeah.
never say never.
After
If you got-
Mamathon.
Yeah.
Pardon?
It was just after Mamathon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Because you'd been on a lot of times before that, though, Jane, hadn't you? You'd been on.
Yeah, I've been on quite a few different people's channels,
Yep.
but
So you were an expert by the time you got on with Diane.
Yeah.
She's like, I'll
Yeah.
show you how it's done. This is how you do it, you know. But no, I
She's the
don't think
boss.
any of us thought we were going to have a YouTube channel
Never.
and be out there
No.
doing that sort of thing.
I still don't even know how I've got one now.
No,
I don't
like
even
you
know
were
how
saying-
people watch.
yeah.
Me neither,
Like-
actually. Me either. I don't know. It's
I
like,
don't
you know, it's but it is a great platform to just be able to just go on there, go live, talk about what you need to talk about. You know,
Absolutely.
it's like
Yeah.
there's no better thing than having, you know,
A debate. Yeah.
yep,
Mm.
yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I mean, it's like you guys are not you, Stephanie, but you guys are trying to catch up on the Luke Mitchell stuff. You know, because you have not been as involved in it as myself, I suppose. And
Not for as long. Yeah.
Not as
Yeah.
long, no. Not as long as you. Me in Belgium, I remember at the time what happened when it happened. It was
Yeah.
on the press. I remember because
Mhm.
I was 17 or 18 maybe,
Yeah.
and I remember to see Luke in the press wearing his bandana and his T-shirt of Nirvana, and I was thinking, I'm wearing the same thing. I'm listening Nirvana. I'm a great fan,
Yeah.
and. Do you say this kid is a killer? And come on, no, there is no way. But
No.
after that, in Belgium, we don't have heard any more of
Yeah.
about Luke and Jodi. It was just at the time, you see, like for Amanda Knox, it was the same. When she was arrested in Italy, in Belgium, everybody was aware. It was all over the media, and but after that, nothing. But Yeah, I remember this time. I was not at school no longer, and I remember to see this picture of this kid, and and I think I don't know if it's possible to find a Belgium paper of the time, but in Belgium they were shocked. They were shocked by that because at the same times in Belgium we have a lot of issues with pedophiles and lot of horrible story, and nobody was thinking that Luke was guilty of this crime. It was so stupid. It was nonsense. Like, I mean, yeah, and today it's good, but because it's on the spotlight, and people can see there is a big problem in this case, and just not one big. There is a lot of things who don't make sense if you follow the official story, and you need to learn by yourself. Don't trust me. Don't trust like Paul said. Don't trust what I said. Learn by yourself, and if you want to debate, we can debate all night long. Me, I've already invited guilters to come on my channel to debate. They refuse because then they don't have any arguments. They don't have any arguments to debate, so there is no way. And but yeah, that's it.
a lot of the guilters you find are people that have thought that for a long time, and they just don't want to change their minds. They don't want to be, I was wrong. Oh well.
They don't want to admit it.
Or they just want to be spiteful for spiteful sake. You get a lot of people like that. They've got no argument. It's just a regurgitated thing that they've heard other people say with no background.
We've seen that a lot with
So they just attack.
Yeah.
And it's the same pattern of behaviour, though, the same with the guilters for the meeting a murderer, with Stephen Brendan, rather. It's like the same thing, it's like that one thing that's like a dog with a bone, they'll just not let it go.
Yeah.
The Parker jacket,
Yeah.
You know what I mean, Stephanie? These stupid things that they just keep, his mum burned it in the burn thing outside, and it's like, but there was no evidence, no forensic evidence that there was anything burned there, and we know like the Daisy Fontaine jeans, they left the rivets and the buttons and all that. So if a jacket was burned out there would be zip fragments, there would be a whole load of things, and there was nothing there, no forensics that anything had been burnt.
No.
And he was seen with a different jacket on, and it was a jacket that he was. They say he had this particular jacket, but he didn't even have that jacket until after the police had seized all his clothes and they had a receipt to show that was when the jacket was bought. But the guilters are just like, his mum burnt the Parker jacket. What happened to the other jacket? Not the jacket that was, And Stephanie, what's the other one that they just keep on going at?
Oh, there's a few random ones. Like, I keep seeing the one about the red hair clip. And I asked Sandra about that because I couldn't find any information on it anywhere. It was just part of an article, and I was like,
was it a scrunchy type thing? Was it no?
Thing. Yeah. And there's literally no source apart from some journalist's notes where he wrote something about it. That's it. Nothing else.
Yeah.
And it's like, God, you can just pick things from anything and make it into something it's not, and just tag them with it.
Yeah, and obviously the big one is the fact that he found Jodi. They always say that, whereas he was part of a search party of 4, and his dog, who was a tracker dog, was the one that was sniffing at the wall saying, Mia, she was like, there's something there. So,
and all the statements reflected that when given at the time until all changed, apart from Luke. And Luke's never changed his story. He has never changed a single thing he's ever said. Yet everybody else, apart from his mum, has.
Yeah.
And that's...
You always find that. That's the same with Stephen. Stephen never ever changed his story.
Yeah.
It's been consistent.
From the beginning.
15 years.
Well, that was actually something I was looking at because I was on nights last night. And it was a quiet shift, which was great because I just spent the whole shift, you know, while I was waiting for my calls to come in, just researching and looking at things. And I was mainly looking at, well, Bobby, because my headphones fell out, because he's the one who people are looking at the moment.
Yeah.
And, not to like point fingers or whatever, but you know, there's been several times when people, like the one who found the car, Pam of God, you know, she changed her story from pre-trial to trial to, you know, and
Pam of God.
Yeah,
Pam of God.
Pam of God, and then you know, Bobby changed his story around too. Like there's 3 different times when he was, you know, he said something in one order, and it was like he was looking out the window, and then he had a shower, and then he went hunting, and then it was like it was in different orders for each different section. And it's like, well, you know, that's quite significant.
There is a lot of lie. I mean,
and it doesn't necessarily mean that he's guilty.
No,
Sorry
no,
to
no,
interrupt you.
no.
It just means that he's not being truthful.
Exactly.
You know, I was thinking about this earlier. Like, you know, they just need to come forward and say what they know. Sorry, I'm waffling now.
The case with the Jones family. It doesn't mean that anybody's saying they did it or they're involved. It's just that they're clearly not telling the truth because it changes so much from statement to statement. You know, so many statements are given and none of them really match. So, yeah.
I know.
And you know, I always. Oh, excuse me, Sharon.
It's okay.
I always give the benefit of the doubt to everyone. I never judge anyone. I'm not like this. So sometimes it was maybe for good reason or for reason then the guy who was not expecting that after just this little act can you know what I mean, can be a big thing in the case, in the trial. I mean, I don't know if you see what I mean. What I try to say, it's easy to point the finger on somebody at the moment. But you need to see the puzzle in
its entirety.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's really easy to make terrorize, and but what matters is the truth. And it's true. It's frustrating because we need to be patient, and we need to be careful. And I know it's frustrating, but this is what it is.
Like stories could change for any reason. You know, it doesn't mean that they're covering something up in regards to what's happened. It could be for anything. Something they've done that they don't want anybody to know about. You know. So nobody knows, and guessing and speculating doesn't get you anywhere. At the end of the day, we know that Luke's in jail wrongfully. Whether her family's lying or so-and-so's lying, doesn't really matter. We want him out of jail. That's the goal. So that'll be dealt with later.
And exactly. And that's what Kathleen's trying to do for Stephen right now. You know, it doesn't matter who's done it. She's just got to raise the reasonable doubt that Stephen did. And that's exactly what she's done.
And she doing well.
Diane, see my video with Sandra at the beginning of the event? Did you see? Because I kicked the event off with Sandra.
Oh no, I didn't see that one.
But you saw a bit of it, didn't you, Diane? Jane, you saw.
I saw most of it. I missed the first. I think it was like 20 minutes, but yes. I did.
But that was all right. Paul was havering for the first 20 minutes anyway.
Me, I was watching everything.
I just get him back, you know, for all the times he says about me talking too much, you know, just get him back.
But it's good. He's really vocal. He's good. The voice matters.
Absolutely. I mean, see if you were to say, one thing, Stephanie, about what convinced you absolutely that he was innocent, what would you say?
It's hard because I didn't know anything about it beforehand. So when I was watching the documentary, apart from Jodi's name and her face, I knew that was it. So it was all new to me. But when I looked further into it, I kept looking for reasons why he was guilty, because I was like, I need to know 100% before I put my name to saying he's not guilty, that he's not. And the final thing was actually how they'd said that the knife was missing. It was finding out that actually the knife wasn't missing. It was handed in and it was all done properly. Yet that was never actually sort of said. That was the final thing for me. And I was just like, well, everything else is nothing really. Because I've been through the court appeal papers and the only things that nobody can disprove is hearsay. You know, somebody saying, oh, he done this. That's
you don't have a tunnel vision, and it's really great. Really.
That's another one of the things they say, the knife missing, and the another one of those lies that they parrot. You know, what I was going to say was, though, the same as Stephen with the 85 case, you know, he wouldn't admit guilt and he would have stayed in for the full time rather than admitting it.
He could have got out. They said, told him, didn't they? They said, if you just admit it, you can...
Years and years before, it was like, oh, just admit it and you'll get out, you know, and it was like, no. And that's the same with Luke. He won't admit it. He won't admit guilt.
I don't blame him.
And he's got a minimum of 20 years with no maximum term. And that means that they can leave him in there indefinitely. Unless he goes into the courses that mean that he's basically rehabilitating himself and showing remorse. So he has to basically plead guilty. It's almost like a Alfred plea in a way. But it's not quite the same, but it's like that same sort of thing.
It's like what Kate was talking about on ours the other day, Jane. Did she say what it was called?
No. So Stephanie, isn't it, has been...
Yeah, Stephanie Brumfield.
She's been let out, but she's not been exonerated. But it's just because so that the they didn't have to go through a trial, basically. So although she's out and free, her name will never be clear of the offence, and she can't kind of sue the state. So it's, you know, it's bittersweet for her, really, because it's amazing that she's out and she's no longer in prison anymore. But at the same time, she's always going to be tainted by this. She's going to have this over her. And in America, there's a lot of, if you've got certain, if you know what a certain offence, whatever it's, you know, whatever you've done, like murder or whatever, you've got a lot of restrictions. There's a lot of things that you can't do. So she's now got to live the rest of her life.
You know, the other thing as well is that, see, if they do discover that Luke's been wrongfully convicted, miscarriage of justice, and they let him out, he'll only get compensation if they actually catch the real killer.
Oh God.
Even if they've messed up big time.
And what's going to drive them on to do that? Because they're not going to be like, oh, let's find the real killer so this guy can get his compensation.
Not at all.
Now look at Nicole Brown Simpson, and Ron Goldman. Look how well they did try to find their killers after they discovered it wasn't OJ. You know, and so many, you know.
So many kids.
And that's what bothers me as well about the fact that... Sorry, Jerome.
No. Go ahead. Yeah, I was saying, it's true. The OG case, it's one of the other case completely crazy because when you focus on the forensics and you see the trial, I have watched the trial on internet, on YouTube. My God. Not guilty? Really?
No.
I haven't watched that.
I'm hoping that Kirsten will come on sometime. It's a work in progress.
Just popped into the chat.
Trying to get her. Yeah, Kirsten's one of the other admins as well.
Kirsten,
she's a wee bit shy.
Doris, hello. Hello, everybody.
Jerome, your fan's here. Your fan's here.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I call Kirsten, because she's going to kill me, but she likes Jerome's accent. And I call her his fan.
Oh,
Not just the one.
fancy
She
definitely needs to come on then.
But oh no, so Kirsten didn't. She missed you were saying about just do it. Just come on, just this. YouTube's not as scary as it seems. Once you go on.
Oh no!
No.
Oh no! Don't feed the Ouija.
Yeah, he's got his t-shirt on.
And now just
actually going onto a live video. It's not as scary as it looks when if you're in the chat and you're watching people doing a live video. When you actually go onto it, it's just like sitting in your living room talking to other people on a video conference.
Yeah.
Even though people come up in the chat on the side.
And especially when you're talking to friends.
Yeah, exactly. It's easy.
Exactly.
Definitely.
So
really
definitely do it.
Definitely. Go for
That's
it.
what I would say.
it's a
I wouldn't have been
pleasure.
one.
Do it.
I know. I wouldn't have been one if it wasn't for Richard spurring me on. Not the making a murderer stuff, but he asked me for years to come on.
I think you should make her a t-shirt. Jerome's #1 fan.
Yeah, I think so.
And then she'll come on.
Yeah, maybe. What do you think of that, Kirsten? She's going to kill me. I love Kirsten. I do.
I love you too,
Don't matter me. No, I've known Kirsten for nearly a year now. It's actually way before the group stuff and all that. We were the original crew, fighting for Luke, before anybody else was doing it in our own wee group. So, but yeah, it's like what I was going to say.
Christine, I will make a video in French for Luke and Jodi because people ask me to.
That. Yeah.
So, yeah.
She said she wants a t-shirt.
Having words. She's going to batter me.
This t-shirt, Sharon, can you say where this t-shirt comes from?
Yes, the t-shirt is Richard's t-shirt, and I sent it to him for his birthday because Jerome and Richard have the same birthday. And when Jerome calls me wee me, and that's a long story but a funny one, so I call him wee G because he's like wee Jerome, right? Because I like that because it sounds also like Ouija, which is like Ouija, So I'd sent that t-shirt to Richard, Don't Fear the Ouija, because he loved the song Don't Fear the Reaper. But when Richard passed away, they were looking for who to give t-shirts away to and stuff like that. And I'd said that Jerome would love that t-shirt. I can't imagine anybody else, wearing it the way that Jerome can, especially with him being the Ouija.
Yeah. So
you love that t-shirt, don't you?
Oh yeah, I really love this t-shirt, and all the time I wear this t-shirt, I feel like a cuddle. You see what I mean?
Yeah, I mean him say that though. When I wear my Belgium t-shirt, I'm like, I'm gonna be cuddle from Jerome today.
Yeah, and that's yeah. I don't want to be emotional anymore.
No, just keep talking, Jerome. Kirsten's still here.
Yeah. No, I was saying, it's great because people asked me to make some video in French about all the case, not just MAM, for Luke Mitchell case, for Danielle also help me. Yeah, but I have difficulty to say his name. I'm sorry. For Ashley Dvorak, a friend of Melbilly. I mean, there is so much of cases, and I will try to do my best as soon as possible to made on my channel with Sharon. With her help, and I will translate in live. We will do like she said, 5 pounds, 5 major points.
Yeah, 5 points or whatever, 6 points, whatever, just a few points.
A few points to explain.
Will you record it or will you do it live?
Probably live, actually.
Probably, probably, live because I love when I'm live because I don't, I'm not like, I'm great. Oh yeah, no. I, so I don't do pre-recorded video because you can cut and no. Go. we go live. We talk. Yeah, absolutely. We go live. We talk, and if we have the good vibes and the good feelings, we continue to talk. And if we are too tired, we go to sleep. And tomorrow it's another day.
On YouTube land.
Yeah, on YouTube lands.
But it really is. I feel like I'm just talking to you guys. It's just like, everybody's been in lockdown and they've been doing a lot of video calls and Zoom things. And I often wonder if that's maybe why the teams jumped on it as quickly as they have, because people have been used to being on videos and stuff like that. Because it's just, for me, I know how much Richard was like trying to get people to go on all the time, and there was so much resistance to it. It was like he just was always like doing everything. He did wee videos. This is how you can do it. You can make a video and not be. You don't have to show your face. It can be a picture. It can be like anything, and it's like, So for me, it's. I'm just surprised that everybody's like coming on YouTube. I'm like, do you want to come on YouTube? And it's like, yeah, and I'm like, fine, great. I was expecting no,
But I understand. It's but it's good. It's good. Yep. It's really good. It's really, really good. It's really good. We have a lot of interesting people here, and
yeah,
you're right about the video chat thing, Sharon. Yeah, that's what made me think. Right, I could probably do it because I've done so many during lockdown. So
yeah. So it's maybe been a good time then, good timing, like catching people at the right time when they're, obviously COVID's a bad time, but, I just mean in terms of video chats, it's like everybody's kind of a wee bit more comfortable with them. Not Emma, she'll bar me if I name drop her as well. She struggles with the private videos, never mind the public ones. It's a work in progress with Emma.
But the work in progress could last day.
Yes,
weeks.
it could. Yes, it could last days.
Is that a my callback reference?
Yes, we always say that. It's like if Jerome says, "Oh, I've got a little flu," it could last days. And he's feeling a bad thing, and we end up laughing. We just end up laughing. Everything's could last days, or ask me about something.
In the chat.
Ask me about.
Hi, Mark.
Ask me about the grieving process. Hi, Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me about the such and such.
Yeah, and I come back early about what Paul says about the journalists, the media. Why this stupid journalist when she have Michael back on his interview? I mean, it's crazy. Her sister is just a missing person.
Yeah,
she's just missing. And he says when the journalist asks him, "How are you feeling?" and his response is, the grieving process could last days, weeks, months before. Hopefully, I don't know what to say. And this journalist, and this journalist don't do anything with this. My God. It's a red flag. I'm sorry. I don't want to be not respectful with anyone, but
it's strange.
It's a red flag.
That happened in the.
That's what I'm saying. Like they picked on it up on it straight away. They were straight on it.
Yeah. Linda did that video on that to show the comparisons. You saw that, didn't you, Stephanie? Did you see that one?
Yeah, you sent me that one. Yeah.
When you saw Teresa's brother saying that about the grieving process in that video, did you notice that on that? That didn't come out right. I was trying to say something.
No, but he was trying. I don't know what happened in his mind, but you can see at the start at the start of the answer, he say the grieving process could last days, weeks, months,
Like
and
he's
it
already
starts,
over.
and it start to struggling, and hopefully we hope Teresa still alive. You can see that. Me, I feel this feeling, and my God, it's a huge red flag. Why nobody take this and show that to the police?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
There's similar red flags in Luke's case. Sorry, Stephanie. Go.
He got nervous because he realised what he'd said.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think so.
Backtrack.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think so. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's on Monday, Paul. It's at 12 o'clock. Monday.
The 3rd.
Yeah, Monday the 3rd. I'm just trying to read that.
It just says, is there a finishing time
I
in
don't
mind?
know how long it'll be on for. I'm not awful sure. I know it starts at 12, and that's as much as I know. I'd probably go on as long as everybody can be bothered standing about. Depends if it rains. If it rains, it might be a protest of 10 minutes.
Pub?
We're like, right,
Protest in the pub.
Yeah, let's go. No, but no, it's fantastic as well that that's going to be taking place. You know, and it's George Square. You know, it's a great place to do protests. We do all our Scottish independence protests there, and a whole array of protests going in George Square. It's a great place for it. Very central, you know, that way for being in town and whatnot. So,
Will you be able to make it, Sharon?
Pardon? Sorry.
Will you be able to make it, Sharon? Will you go?
No, I'm not going.
No.
I'm not going. I would have liked to have went, but I don't want to. You know, with Neil, you know, I don't want to be around it because he's at work as well, so I couldn't get him to take me. So,
yeah,
you know, so I'm just going to be at home following the IT department stuff, you know, with forwarding links to everybody and sharing the video.
Phoning me, learning me new Scottish stuff.
Oh, je vais téléphoner à Jerome. Yes.
Oh, Sharon.
Excellent.
You are Scottish now, more, Bab.
No, I know. See, I'm turning French. I'm turning Belgian.
Yeah.
It's excellent.
But no,
This means I will call Jerome.
Yes, I'm going to call Jerome. I had to learn that in case I was on with Jerome's channel and he lost his internet, and I would be sitting myself and I'd be like, je vais téléphoner à Jerome.
As long as you don't like pronounce something and it comes out wrong.
Oh, and we're like,
and it's me petit pois, Jerome.
Well, see, it was like one's peas and one's, what was the other one, Jerome? What was it?
Petit pois, rendez-vous, bonjour.
No, but one was peas and one was something else. Remember, it was petit pur, like it was pure, more pure.
Un petit peu. That means a little bit.
What does that mean? Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
A little bit in French is un petit peu.
Yeah. But we know that
Sharon was saying un petit pois.
I say on purpose. I say to him, "You we petit pois," you know.
They've got something like that in Welsh, you know. When you ask for ice in your drink, if you mispronounce that like that, you're actually asking for sex in your drink.
Oh, no.
It's really close as well. Because I used to live in Wales, and I'd be like, "Oh, tell me something to say," and they'd tell me all the naughty stuff to say, and I'd just be like, "Okay," because I knew that they would be like telling me to say naughty stuff.
Yeah, you knew it was like, yeah.
I need to be really well prepared when I come in Scotland because
I'm like, very well
ice emoji. Wrong pub, you're in, love.
Paul will be jealous. Paul?
Yeah.
Just ask him if he wants ice with that next time. Shaken and not stirred.
It was so funny that I had to do it. You know, it was like, honestly, when I was watching that video, I was going, why is he going? bruised lips. I was just looking and I was going, why is he sitting there like that? When I thought, I'm going to have to record this and I'm going to have to do something with that, and it was just, see, when I was putting the wee kissy noises, honestly, I was laughing that loud that I frightened the dog, and the dog's deaf. He's half deaf, but I laughed that loud, the dog even jumped. It was that funny when I was putting the wee, and I had the romance music in the background. Honestly, it was just, I was dying laughing.
Yeah.
I saw the first time. I saw 7 times.
Yeah.
It was impossible for me to breathe.
He couldn't breathe. See, when we were on the phone, he goes, Sharon, stop. Sharon, stop. I can't breathe. Oh, I cuffed him. The video.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, no.
This video is Brian. Really, all the time I'm feel bad or sad. I watch this video and
I know.
All the time, and all the times I'm falling in tears.
Video.
Thank you for that. It was a gift. It's a real gift, really.
Yep.
Like you are, and like you are all a real gift.
Oh, so are you, Jerome?
No, but it's true.
So you.
It's true. It's true. You are all a real gift for more justice and for more justice for the future. And you are all this gift, all.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm so grateful to be here with you and to be part of all of this, because I try to do what I can. It's not always easy, but I mean, you guys
do your best, though.
Yeah, I try to.
And you're there, and I mean, there's a lot of people that are not there,
Yeah, I know.
So it's like showing up and being there and being so dedicated to a different language, and communicating with all of us. And like I always say, we've got it so easy listening to you, but you've got to listen to us, translate that in your brain, process the answer, then translate that back, and then give it to us. And
I have trouble doing that in English. Never mind it.
Seriously, me too. But you're going to have you were saying, Jane and Diane, that you fancy having the team over, some of the team over.
Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think they'd love that. Would you come as well, Stephanie?
Yeah, if I can. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, of course. More the merrier.
I wasn't just meaning like them. That's what I was meaning. Everybody.
Yeah,
it'd be really good.
Yeah.
Because it's the more practice you get, the better, I think.
Yeah. More confident.
We'll definitely be looking over the weekend for the stuff about the rally on Monday.
Yep.
So shout it from the rooftops.
Yeah.
Get that hashtag out there.
We'll tweet and retweet.
Yep.
Yeah, and I will share the video
share
on
the
my
petition.
channel too. Yeah.
Yep. I actually said that. I said I know that the team, I've got a lot of support that they're not seeing, because it's like they've got another whole big family around them that's prepared to share things and retweet things and help with things, where they can, by maybe putting a video out in your own channel and mentioning it when you're doing your own video. Say, don't forget there's a protest. Not that I'm telling you what to do, but what I mean is we do stick up for each other that way and give each other shout out, Just like if we were on doing a Luke Mitchell thing and there was something that was, Brendan related or Stephen related, we would do the same,
Yeah, absolutely.
Is this the first protest for Luke that's ever been done, Shannon?
I'm not sure whether there was maybe, the Luke Mitchell miscarriage of justice page.
Yeah.
The team over there, I'm not sure whether they've done like smaller private ones, like outside Parliament, and I think maybe historically they've maybe done some things in the past.
Right.
But this is obviously the biggest one since the documentary and, that sort of thing. So it'll be interesting to see how many people show up,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I've seen a picture of Corinne holding a sign. And it looks like she's at a rally, but I don't know what.
Was that the one where she had Mia and Luke on it? Was that the one she was holding it up and it's like Mia and Luke?
No, it was that nice picture of Luke with the long hair and he's smiling. And it said something about him not having a voice or something like that. So I wasn't sure what that was for. I thought that was maybe for like a wider sort of group of people. But that's the only one I've ever seen.
Because I dare say they've been protesting, you know, whatever in whatever fashion they can for the last 18 years. You know, it's like, well, 17 since with the trial. But I think that it's like any of these things, there's the difference, I think, with the Kathleen Zellner isn't getting death threats for trying to help Stephen. You know, Lauren Ryder and Steve Drisden aren't getting death threats, whereas Sandra was getting actually legitimate death threats for trying to help Luke. And that's
why? That's the question. Why? What have they What have they got to hide? It's like so desperate that they want to threaten
in the road, spat at. She's been abused in terrible ways. She's had things left at her house. People turning up at her house, and the police are not interested at all.
No,
they're not interested. It's like, what do you expect? Upsetting a family like that? That's a response.
Yeah,
and that makes me livid.
That's what Sharon explained me. It's completely crazy.
I just think, like, if that was my daughter and people were questioning it, I would question why they're questioning it.
Yeah.
And then to look at all this, I'd be like, all right, okay, something actually needs to be done about this. You know?
What you say about the whole black?
Yep.
Yeah. The whole backs haven't said anything.
Yeah. No. You would think. I mean, they've probably not watched the documentary. You know, they'll not have read the book, and they'll not have watched Making a Murderer, the Hallbacks either. You know, it's like, you know, they just...
Even though they were saying stuff, and they actually, that one asked Mike, have you watched it? And he was like, no.
No.
Yep.
Well, he's so confidently saying...
He's quite good at not watching things, isn't he? You know, like confessions and stuff like that as well.
Yeah, but you know, what one of the things which struck me the most is thinking that there is even not one single friend of Teresa who is not agree with the official theory. Come on, it's impossible. It's impossible.
There was somebody out there.
I don't understand. Really, I don't understand. I was talking with Mel Billy the other day, and I told him I have made a lot of research to find information on Teresa and his family.
Yeah.
She's a ghost, really. And on internet, it's really rare. It's really, really rare. And I don't use Google or stuff like this for looking for my information. I use
the dark web.
I use other software to have more access on internet, and there is nothing on Teresa Halbach.
No. Yeah. Mind you, have to think, you know, obviously nowadays social media is so prolific. You know, everybody's got social media, but back then, it wasn't really
I agree. I don't talk about social media. I don't talk about that.
You
talk about
certificates and
exactly. This is this kind of stuff. Okay. This is this kind of stuff. Then sometimes when you know somebody and he's agreed to send you some documents, you are not supposed to have, but it's possible to have this kind of stuff. Certificate of birth, and it's possible. I know. But with Teresa, nothing at all. And even in the deeper rabbit hole, nothing. It's, for me, it's really, really, really weird. It's really bizarre because nobody is.
What don't they want you to find? Oh.
So it's like the victim gets forgotten, you know. It's all about
Jodi.
Jodi was forgotten completely, and like I said to you the other day, Sharon, I was like, suddenly I realised I didn't know her birthday. It's like I can't find it, and it really upset me to think that, because she was the victim. Yes, Luke's the victim by circumstance as well, but we know Luke, we can talk to him kind of, but Jodi's not got a voice, you know.
And that's what's so sad about that, I think, because, you know, it's like you don't want to try with a family, you know, and try to get information out about Jodi. But I think there should be something made about Jodi. I think maybe in some way she shouldn't be forgotten. You know, even if it's a counter-attack to all this look support, you know, that something was, this is who she was and this is who was taken from us, you know.
Oh yeah.
But I can respect why they wouldn't want to be public about it and, you know, all these years later. But I just think the prosecution is not solid. You know, we shouldn't be questioning it after all these years. It's a completely circumstantial case, and that just means who's telling a better story than the other. So,
and if that was, sorry,
that's okay.
No, I was just going to say, like, if that was, I mean, we've said it a million times. Like, if that was my family member, and questions started cropping up, and like loads of people looking into it, I'd be like, "Oh, what is there some ground to this?"
Yeah,
like, let me have a look myself, because you know I would not be able to rest if that was my family member. I'd be like, okay, well, let's get to the bottom of this then, whether somebody's made a mistake or not. You know, if the police. Sorry,
come on.
No, carry on. I was just going
to say, whereby they would go to, like, even if they went to Calumet and said, oh, you know, is it, obviously they're going to turn around and say, oh, but then I, as a mother, I'd go beyond them.
Yeah, you would, wouldn't you?
I would go beyond them, because they're not willing.
Yeah.
Because they just want to hide it, and, you know.
But why though? Like,
we want to keep saying we've got the right guy, we've got the right guy. You know?
But what? Yeah. Why can't they say, what if we haven't?
Yeah.
You know, is it just about your pride, or is it something more than that?
Honestly,
because what's going to happen to you if it comes out as you've made a mistake in your job? You're not going to get the sack, are you?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people in the Jodi case should have got the sack. Actually,
and Stephen's
right
case,
from the beginning.
They should
the way she was left outside, the way she was left like that.
The way she was left outside, and you know, the pathologist couldn't get over the wall. I'm sorry, there's a 14-year-old lying dead. Walk around the wall.
Yeah.
Take the wall down.
Yeah, exactly. Diane. Yep. Take the wall down.
Disrespect to, and she was a child, you know.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people don't see 14-year-olds as children because they're teenagers, but they're children.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Look,
I mean, I just, as a mother, I just can't. I don't know how they can just like not want to know the truth.
Exactly.
I'd
be like that, you know, if it was one of my nephews, I'd be like, no, we're getting to the bottom of this. I don't care if you threaten to kill me or throw stuff at me or anything. Just like Sandra, she's going on no matter what.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, that's egged all you guys on to do it too. So fair play to her. Because you've got to have some balls to stand up to that kind of
I mean, that's testament to Sandra.
Yeah.
I mean, why would she keep doing it? Do you know what I mean? If she's getting death threats and, you know, the abuse she's been getting, and I mean, the media was printing where she lived so that everybody knew where she lived, and they were, you know, like all the places like that, everything was getting out there, and, you know, it was like, well, I don't know if it was the media, but it was made public by people, and also where our kids were, where our kids' names were, you know, so they really made her a target, you know, it really made her live in fear, or tried to, at least.
And who started all of that? Like, because it's not just going to be random rebel rouses, is it?
It's a very small community, and it's like call somebody a witch kind of mentality, and that's it. You know, it's like, you know, the whole community turned against her, and it didn't matter who it was. The police were going round the door saying, what was it? Definitely, they were going round the door saying he did it to all the witnesses they were questioning.
Yep.
So they were questioning them, asking them to seen anything, because Luke Mitchell's killed his girlfriend. All the independent people in the neighbourhood that they were asking, they went round the whole town and told them all that it was Luke while they were questioning.
They were saying that to the papers as well, phoning up journalists saying that to the paper.
That's terrible.
So when they're all hearing that for the police,
They're
Not that
gonna.
I'm saying that that's justifiable of how they've been with Sandra, but you can understand why they would jump to that conclusion and why they would think
They would
she's,
get upset about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
you know,
Oh yeah.
It
and
sounds
that's not
like
right.
no. It sounds like something a bit more. It ain't simple, is it? If they've gone out of the way to go around the whole
Yeah,
place and tell them that Luke did it,
Mhm.
they've obviously got something more to hide. They've got something more to lose from knowing that it's not.
agree.
It's not Luke.
Yeah. They assumed it was him, Diane. They assumed that the DNA was going to back up that.
Did they
assumption.
assume, or did they just start using him because he was an easy target?
Well, maybe that too. Maybe that too, because
Like
within,
Brandon, yeah.
within no time he was separated and interviewed and stripped and photographed, and no injuries were on him.
Mhm.
And
There was
yet
no.
Jodi
There was no
felt
physical
like hell.
evidence at all, was there?
Mm-mm.
He was
But
judged.
Jodi
by
felt like
the way he
hell.
looked.
Sorry, Stephanie.
Sorry, he was judged by the way he looked because
Yeah.
he was different.
Yeah.
And they thought, oh, do you know what I think actually influenced it? Remember the Columbine shootings in 19...
Yeah.
I really think that
Mhm.
influenced that because
Yeah.
everybody was a little bit scared of the Goths after that.
Yeah. Yep.
And I think that was a big
Even
thing.
though he was a skater guy, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, Jodi was a Goth. He was a
Yeah,
prop.
he was a go. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but he wasn't. But I think just by sort of not quite knowing the difference,
Mhm.
he was tarred with that brush. Not that it's
Yeah.
a bad
What if
brush.
he was a skater boy?
Eh?
I mean, so what if he was a skater boy? I mean,
Exactly.
what's his crime?
Yeah.
Smoking weed.
You know.
That's probably the worst that he's done.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So,
And I mean, even his mum's business got all burned down. His mum's
I mean,
caravan business got burned down.
Awful.
And somebody thought they saw who did that. Was that no right? And the police, again, did they do anything about
No.
it?
yeah. there was
And he was
nasty-
like, son's in prison. Well, you know, he was in jail at that time before it was the court thing. And, you know, it's like people came forward and the police never...
Weren't interested.
No.
Sounds just like this in Stephen's case. They're just not willing to accept, and it's just, oh, we've
Yep.
got the right guy, and that's the end of it.
That's it.
Mm.
Yep.
Oh,
But they assumed that all things were going to come back to Luke. And by that time, by the time they got their results, they messed up so bad, they needed to cover their own backsides.
Yeah.
That's the way I kind of feel about it. And quite a few of us think that way.
Yeah.
We
Given
thought-
everything that's there to find out, I think that.
But
Yeah.
you don't get to see. You said you didn't get to see the trial transcripts because of fire.
Yeah, we don't get that, but we've got the appeals papers. I don't know why you like the appeals papers, but not the actual trial things. But I don't even think. What was I going to say? There obviously there was quite a few appeals, so they're all available, but no, the documents are not. The trial things are not available. I don't even think in England, that's what I was going to say. I don't think in England you can see them either.
No, I think it's a UK thing. That is.
Yeah.
Bizarre.
Yeah.
No, that is, which makes it so hard for trying to fight against, you know, miscarriages of justice. I'm trying to get myself into saying that again, because it's so often, for so long, we've been saying like wrongful convictions, but that's not what it is in the UK.
Yeah,
So,
miscarriage of justice.
Yeah, I hate that phrase though. It sounds weird in comparison to wrongful convictions.
There's a good book as well by what's his name? I've got it here somewhere. He's the one who was who ran the Innocence Project. Was it Dr. Horton or something? I'll have to look it up, but he's got a book on miscarriages of justice and social economics or something like that. But it's definitely worth a read. I'll have to find it and share it, but it's he's from the UK, so
yeah. Oh well.
Invite him to make a video.
Well, yeah, that's a good idea.
I get him on your list.
I did look him up a while back. Let me just see if I can find him now while you guys Innocence Project UK.
What you drink, Stephanie?
It's you know Stubby's cola cubes, the short thing. It's original cider, a fruit salad taste.
Oh,
I like the berry. I like berry ones. They're very nice.
Pretty one.
Are you having a wee drink or something there, Jane? Were you having a little drink?
I've had a Desperado tonight.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
And then Danielle likes the Cosmopolitans. That's what she likes. Me, Danny. I don't think she was on them tonight though. And you'll be
I'm
on
boring.
the tea, Diane.
No, actually, I've been drinking water.
Oh, me
And I
too.
should have really had something, because before I came on, because I didn't get much sleep last night, so I was like this. And then I decided to come on with water instead of caffeine. But no, I didn't need it.
Jerome, what are you drinking?
I was drinking Dr. Pepper, but it's empty now.
Oh.
The
Well,
bottle
you
is
know what you need to do? You need to scrunch it up and throw it in the back of your studio like
Yeah.
Richard used to do. When we would be doing like private videos, yeah, that's what you could hear. Like when we would be watching Still Game, if the camera off, you would hear just the crunchy, crunch, crunch, and then bang as it you fling the bottle behind them. And I'd be like, oh, that's another bottle down, is it? You know, so it's funny the noise you remember a noise like that, and it just kind of, it's funny. But I was going to say we've talked to face off each other, and we've been on for ages, and we just like that's 11 o'clock now, so we're just, that's it.
Bedtime.
Yeah. Well, is there anything else you want to say before we go?
Just thank you for having us on here with you. It's been nice chatting to you all. It's been nice meeting your group, because you've been telling us about it for a while now. So it's really nice to
finally
to meet some of you. And we hope to do it again soon. We'll be looking out for the rally over the weekend.
Yep.
So
I hope it all goes well. And
Crossed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anything you want to say, Stephanie?
Oh no, it's been really nice. Yeah, I've actually relaxed this time. I was so nervous last time. This time.
I'm like that every time, Stephanie. Honestly. Even whenever we do stuff, I'm like, oh God.
Always.
I know it doesn't go, and the thing was, Richard was nervous too before the video. Even though he was confident, he had the nerves. I know for sure he had the nerves.
Yeah.
Jerome, is there anything you'd like to say before we go?
Yeah, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe.
Oh, Jerome.
Yeah.
Well, thanks everybody.
Unity in the community.
Unity in the community. Thanks everybody for watching this. If you made it to this point, you're a wee star. If you didn't, then you won't be hearing this. So but we'll see you all again soon anyway, because there's nothing going to be stopping us. Hey Stephanie, we're going to be here all the time.
Yeah, you'll be
spread the word. But anyway, I'm just going to press end on the live. So thanks guys, and we'll catch you all.
Thank you.